Welcome to Artorius and Lady Hurricane Stream Nioh. This should be interesting. I am Artorius 611.
I'm Lady Hawk.
Lady Hurricane.
Whatever.
She changes her names up every day.
No, I've been watching a lot of steampunk stuff. I apologize. Lady Hawk is amazing.
Yes, it is. So you may notice you cannot see us. That's because we aren't pretty looking right now, so we don't want to be where you can see us. But we want to play this game because it's awesome and so cool. And I can't wait. It's Samurai Dark Souls. So this should be really cool. And it's made by them, Team Ninja, who does amazing mechanics. I've loved a lot of their games. And you guys, it was so much fun.
Aren't they the ones that did the EMC?
They help you with this. Ah! Terrifying warning!
That guy was distinctly not Japanese.
He is distinctly not Japanese.
Oh, and of course we have the Artorius female ninja who kicks some ass, and
It's his love interest of some sort. It's
well,
gotta
I mean,
be.
it has to be.
It's gotta be.
Otherwise, there's no reason for him to be fighting. Like,
Oh, he's no reason to fight, I imagine, besides the girl. Like that thing. Whatever that is. I don't know what that is. This is what white woman comes in Japan. It's like, hey, I want to be a samurai. Give me a sword. And then doesn't.
that's every white boy who ever enters Japan. When you be a samurai, give me a sword.
And then there's a few of us that are like, hey, I want to be a samurai. Give me a sword. Oh, you can do that with it. Oh, why do you do that? Yeah, that's stupid. Think. See, I know what I'm doing. I love that intro. That's a very cool intro. Yes, autosave is a thing. It's very nice.
So, do comments just pop up here or do I have to scroll down? Okay. But we are live streaming this, so feel free to
Create a new character type for a new game. Proceed. Yes.
comment. Artorius is going to be focusing on playing, so I'll be keeping an eye on the comments, and if you guys have questions or comments or whatever, yeah, just post there, and I'll try to catch him.
And the reason that we're doing it this way is for any of you who have actually played like Dark Souls or anything, this is kind of like that. It is unforgiving. Very, very unforgiving. And if I'm not going to die every 5 seconds, I have to pay attention to what I'm doing. Amrita. What is that?
Some call it a miraculous stone. The philosopher's stone.
Don't you love that accent?
I do. I know some people with that accent.
I am not one of them.
No, you are not.
One thing that remains locked in combat.
Hold on. Well, you know what? My goal for this, by the time I've finished here and I've heard enough of his voice, I'm going to try and mimic it. Ha!
A country where the sun never sets.
So never shots.
For control of the entire world.
That almost sounds Scottish, not Irish.
Kind of.
Forces.
Are you sure he's Irish?
I thought it was.
The queen and her inner circle turned to
It's
pillage.
more likely that he's Scottish.
Hiring pirates like
Hey,
us.
then you know what? I like this main character even better. Nothing against the Irish, but I've got more Scottish in me than I'm Irish anyway, so
Spanish
I like them better.
But now
Oh.
they want to keep their methods a secret.
Interesting. So that explains why he's going to Japan. He's going there for Queen and Country!
And yet we're going to start in the Tower of London.
Yeah,
a prisoner.
Well, well, again, Queen Country.
I guess.
Well, this is interesting. I mean, it's got a lot of great historical and cultural references to the time period.
Team Ninja does that a lot, and that's one of the things I like about them is they make a point to include a lot of history, and they do it well. It's not being 100% accurate because it's a game. You're going to interact. You're going to change things. It's still very cool.
But at least the little tidbits of history and stuff. Right?
I will also say, I have been to the Tower of London. It looked nothing like this. Absolutely nothing like this. Still cool. Still medievally.
That wouldn't be quite as much of. Really, how long has he been there? And he's still shaped like that?
Well, you know, you've got nothing else to do but just do push-ups and sit-ups and a lot of crunches.
Okay, we're gonna find out what she is. Ooh.
That is the language.
It seems death won't stop chasing me.
Chasing me.
So she's a
spirit or something. Alright, dude. That's right. That's right, folks. I'm so damn strong, I'll punch down the wall. Let's go down here. There was something right away that will help me.
That's
I may have played a little
They
bit.
destroyed his legs and then left his door open.
You don't need him no more.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a sword. It's a familiar sword. I like that sword. The bastard sword is a good weapon. It's one of my favorite weapons. But I will actually say, this is not a bastard sword. Don't call it that.
It's a hand and a half sword.
No, no.
That
Historically, that is closer to a real bastard sword.
I was gonna say, because look at the hilt and how long it is.
Well, it's definitely the length of a long blade.
Well, but look, that's also the other thing that's impressive. He's holding it correctly.
No, he's not.
Well, but
He's holding it correctly. He's holding it correctly for a katana. I will say that.
okay, yeah, well, that's true.
The difference here, and I actually do speak with a little bit of authority on this because I've done a lot of martial arts because medieval stuff fascinates the shit out of me.
He is not exaggerating.
And I have learned, I'm not a master in any shape or form, but I have learned the De Forenza sword, or hand and a half long sword style, as well as some of the German sword fighting techniques. And you don't hold the blade like that. His left hand actually should be further down on the pommel, and it should be more centered mass, not off to the right hand side. There is a technique where you will start with the blade more to the right hand side, but it is a deliberate opening of, hey, I'm being stupid, come and attack me.
A trap, basically.
Yeah.
So, stepping back to my weed.
Very much so. Now, I will also say I have also learned some kendo. I was like, what is the word? I'm looking for some actual kendo. And again, it's still off. He should actually be center of the body, not to the right of the body. But that's still closer. They actually do want you to keep not have it on the pommel. In fact, the left hand is actually where all of the force comes from, so you want to have a firm grip. And that's their sword lesson from Artorius. Charge!
Yeah, so you can definitely tell which one of us is the history buff and which one of us is the martial buff.
Say, I'm the martial one then, because I am certainly not the history buff. I enjoyed history to a point, but it was too much learning.
Well, I mean, I had the extra advantage of when I was learning a lot of, especially American history. You know, my father was a history teacher, and we actually were at, Gettysburg and learning about the battles of Gettysburg, and so on and so forth. Especially especially going up the East Coast and getting to see, not just Civil War, but just all sorts of kinds of things. I'd love to be able to go and do that around the world sometime. I think think that would be absolutely fascinating, especially if I could,
Hungry.
FaceTime with the pops while doing that, because he always has a very interesting take on different things and stuff like that. He's a very well-read man.
And a scary man. A very big bear of a man. But
My daddy
he's
is
very
not
kind.
scary.
He's got piercing eyes that see straight through you.
That's only because he's a psychologist.
It's only because he's terrified. And he likes the fact that I say this, so I don't mind saying it.
Okay, so that's interesting. You've got
A prayer
a
shrine.
shrine
Yeah.
in the Tower of London. That's not something that would be in England.
Not during this time in particular.
Well, and the uniform's a little off. It's a different period of uniform.
Crap. Get up, kid.
Don't die. It's embarrassing if you die.
Oh, that is gonna happen in this game very often. I'm just warning you now. Embarrassing or not gonna really matter.
But it's very beautiful. How's the gameplay?
There's a couple things that are a little I'm not a big fan of, but at the same time, it's like I can easily get used to it. It's just something you have to kind of adapt to.
So my question here, he's doing the high ponytail, which is much more of an Eastern style than it is a Western. Having the long hair is still Western, but they would have the low ponytail instead of the high one. They're definitely already making it, and especially with this, I can't tell if that's a Japanese protective ghost, or if that's, or spirit, or if that is a Shinigami, or their version of a Shinigami.
Your guess is as good as mine. In fact, yours is better because you have far more knowledge in the space. That's why I was like, this would be a great
I
game
forgot what
to
the
watch.
protective spirits were called, but there are a bunch of different kinds, and sometimes the gods would come down and protect a human that they found fascinating too. You know, so there's just a very rich culture in the Asian, Japanese, Korean, Chinese culture.
That's an interesting looking dude.
The death of the leader of Japan will spark war.
They're talking rebellion.
An opportunity to acquire more Africa. Once tomorrow's execution takes place,
Oh.
we will get our hands on a compass that will lead us to Africa. With enough Africa, we could subdue
Who are you talking to?
perhaps even the world. The day when England reigns supreme is near.
My guess would be the Prime Minister.
Beloved Queen.
Yeah, because it's not the queen.
Has nothing more than gold or gemstones.
She still seems to be going for it.
Before our nation's rivals do.
It's,
You will go to Japan.
Edward Kelly.
ooh,
It seems it would be to our advantage to keep the wars alive.
Wait, is there a third person in
We
there?
cannot gain Africa if blood does not flow.
Interesting. Oh,
but anyway,
They're killing it.
so my question is, has he already been to Japan and adopted some of the styles and stuff? Is that why he's doing that, or are they just foreshadowing heavily?
I think I think it's more they're foreshadowing without really intending to foreshadowing, because it's a character model. It's hard to change that up a bunch. Because that's my take on this. By the way, I'm a little bit of a cheater here. I have kind of played through this before because I got impatient and was not going to wait for the Madam Hurricane here to be available so I could do this. Plus, my internet has been nothing but a monster with most of this. So I kind of have already played through this, so I know what's going to happen. So I'm going to speed through it a little bit, mostly because nothing I do here actually stays with me. I don't get stronger. None of my items stay with me. It all starts after this. So, yeah.
So a little cheat for if any of you guys actually want to play the game.
Now you know a little cheat. I'm just saying, if you're looking for me to like really 100% this place, don't be expecting it here, because nothing here matters other than, hey, this is how you play the game, which is kind of funny because then make you, or they offer a tutorial up right after you finish this off saying, oh, by the way, here's some more about how to play the game that you already did and we didn't teach you how to do beforehand. So, you want to know about it now? Okay. Did I come from down or did I come from up? So yeah, in terms of gameplay, these are some mechanic-wise. Like, you see how tight this camera is here? That bugs me. But that's a personal thing that I know I can get over. Ah, crap. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay, dudes. Okay, dudes.
So you're gonna die even though you've got a spear too.
Now to pull it out. There we go. Die. Turn you. There we go. Which one is the full frontal here? I'm going full frontal on him. I apologize for nothing.
You don't have to. You're very impressive, naked. Oh, I'm sorry. This is work.
Well, the Lady Hurricane will have to join us later. It's just you and me, folks. Just you and me and this chest. And a bastard sword. Let's look at the bastard sword and then coat. Ooh, it's better coat. Because toughness is a good thing. I already learned that. Oops. Dash endurance is good. Bastard sword, is that better? That's a better one. Familiarity here does not matter. And screw that, let's go with an axe. Okay. Ah, take that. Ah. Death comes to ye. You're just in time to watch me try something stupid.
Oh, joy! Because I don't see that enough.
Apparently, no.
And I'm talking about in real life, not on video games.
Well, you know what I'm talking about in video games. Okay, fine. We're gonna have a duel, sir.
On the rainy steps.
This is not
That is so London.
I know, but this is not just so cool.
Okay, so
I'm having a duel with a knight on the rainy steps of London, and I'm kicking his butt.
the Tower of London specifically, not to mention the fact that this kind of duel with the rain and the
It's very cliche.
overmatched opponent is very cliche in Japanese anime.
Yep.
And I'm not saying it's a bad cliche, it's just something that is often used for ambiance and stuff like that. And I think it's really funny that they're doing a really good job of merging a lot of this cultural dynamic. Like, you would not expect rain in London. So this is completely normal, but knowing where it's going and knowing, some of the history of film in Japan, it's just like,
There's history of film in general, really. There's a lot of that plays into this.
well, water is a very powerful imagery in film.
That's right, folks. You came to watch a game, but now you're getting a psychological lesson at the same time.
It's not a psychological lesson, it's a film lesson. History of film.
On psychology and how we perceive things, and it plays into it. It plays
Okay,
into
so as cool and as awesome as the imagery that you watch in movies, like if you're really into action, take a really close look at
Hey, get those from my heart.
any of your favorite scenes And you'll notice when the dialogue or the action gets really, really intense, that the camera angle is not directly head on. It's tilted at an angle because that automatically tricks your mind into thinking that something is wrong. Something is not right because you're not looking at things the way that you should, and your brain kind of freaks out about it and causes you to have your own internal anxiety issues to match with that. That's why you can connect so well with specific scenes or certain triggers and movements. Yep. Like rain is also one of those triggers. The second that you see rain, you either think, oh, funeral sad type instance or epic showdown.
Me being me, I automatically think of the epic showdown because it's like, that is so freaking cool.
That and you watch a lot of anime.
Yes, I do, which is why I think that is so freaking cool.
Have you ever tried to fight in the rain on stone steps?
Have I ever tried to fight in the rain, period? No, I have not. Because all of the places that I've been allowed to fight and, you know, not get in trouble or have the cops called on me have all been inside and regulated areas.
And yet, we all fear the zombie apocalypse, and we all wish to be prepared for it. But let's face it, everybody thinks about guns. Ammunition runs out.
It does.
But a sword, as long as you keep it sharp and take care of it, sword, an axe, you know, any of that stuff.
All right, big guy, come here. Come here.
Are you throwing poop at them?
I'm throwing stones, but that's better. I like yours better.
Oh, so now you're throwing dung at them.
Oi! Don't mind!
The way they were throwing it, the way it looked, it's just like...
Crap!
I love how we don't have any comments yet for this so hilarious.
Die! Ta-da! Gotcha! Crap! Crap! Run away! Run away! Run away! Run away! Okay. Okay.
No, pay attention to not dying. I'm focusing on...
I'm paying attention to not dying. That is entirely my focus here. Come on. Okay. Let's get you out of the ditch. Let's get you out of the ditch first, because then I can actually get around behind you, and that will probably solve... Oh, man.
Jump down and... That was awesome! Oh, that's cool!
Take that, fool.
I like how you just stumbled on that.
No, I knew about that, but it was when I was like, I couldn't get close enough, because there's usually, like, when you're able to do that, typically there's a lot more, nothing good, a ledge to jump down from. Here, you really don't have it, so I was like, oh, well, hey, maybe this will work. I did not expect him to literally jump. That was kind of cool. Not gonna lie here.
Yeah, the more I'm thinking about that accent, I'm pretty sure he's Lowland, Scottish.
You know what? He may be Lowland Scottish, but he's all awesome.
Yeah. Well, Scots are awesome.
The Highlands are better. Just saying.
Well, depending on the situation.
They're tough SOBs.
Hey, the Lowlands were tough SOBs too, just in a very different way.
I know. In comparison to the Highlands were tough SOBs.
They still are to an extent.
Oh, yes. Alright, who's gonna make it? Who's gonna get over here? Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. Swordsman, you're the winner. Come on. Come on.
Kadoosh.
Didn't work. Oh well.
No bad.
You're bad. You're bad. Back.
You know, I'm interested to see how he picks up this spirit that's following him.
Okay, well, the axe is taking too much freaking time. Sword, not so much.
Yeah. Well,
Take that, punk.
as entertaining as it is to watch you beat up people.
It's very entertaining. I'm going
Yeah.
to be speeding this up after I kill him. Okay. Take that. Take that.
You know, you could always just run away.
But he's almost dead. And then after this,
I'm just saying, you didn't have to pick a fight.
of course I did. For some reason, dang it, I didn't get it. Oh well.
Oh, sucks to you.
Sometimes. But it's okay. It's all good. Alright, get a little bit more oomph my step now. I like that. Okay. Now we can continue out of here. There's nothing that. I think there is something this way.
I thought you didn't keep any of your stuff in this section.
I know, but I'm actually wanting a lot more health potions and stuff like that. I'm hoping to get more of them because I know what the final boss was, and he was not nice. Oh, wow. Purple. Purple is good.
Well, purple is my favorite color.
You have big taste.
I have royal taste.
There we go. Now I've got the whole little entourage here. I'm a full-ass knight. In fact, I'm better than these pretenders because I got a sword and an axe.
So you've got a little dwarf in you.
That sounds like the beginning of a joke.
And
Got a little dwarf in you? No? You want
I'm
some?
talking about the Gimli dwarf. I know it's becoming more popular for females to be integrated into that style of the pop culture of the, you know, comics and stuff like that and fantasy world.
Take that, punk.
But I am very knowledgeable on that too, and you know, I grew up reading Lord of the Rings.
That's right, folks. She has a wealth of useful information.
I am a wealth of useless information. Don't ask me to go
Okay.
on any game shows though.
Oh!
He looks like a koi. The way she moves and stuff, she looks like a koi.
I will have to substitute that, because right now I have to kill Derek the Executioner.
Well, if you had just
Die,
waited,
Derek.
if you had just waited until tomorrow when your execution was, I'm just saying.
I'm not that patient.
It's you.
Well, he's creepy.
Yup.
Guardian spirit.
Oh, he does have a guardian spirit.
Okay. Whoa, red eyes, bad eyes. Red is bad.
So just so you know,
If I die,
that's European.
the secret of the stones dies with me.
Okay.
Oh, so he was.
He knows what it was.
These stones come too.
Okay.
So
That just got rammed up his butt.
It's time for your
so that is a European alchemist right there.
Okay.
Those tattoos and stuff. Those are
Those are
European
alchemical
alchemy
Yeah.
tattoos.
Okay.
So we're not dealing with a sorcerer. We're dealing with an alchemist.
We're dealing with a crazy man. Yes.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Crap.
So that makes sense. In I believe in Japanese culture that guardian spirits tended to be
And I saw that coming.
Anyway, guardian spirits tended to be associated with the wind or the water.
Okay.
Uh,
That's kind of a little bit of both there. Looking at it.
but that's why she looks very fish-like and she moves with that fluidity.
Go up here again and then fall on top of him so he dies. Did I not get this? Where's my about that? Oh, I'm gonna pick up whatever else it dropped. Yeah, I got more medicine. More medicine is good. See, I don't even have to look. Watch how he runs. He automatically puts it up to the scabbard.
Yeah, but that
Very Japanese
also.
style.
So he's obviously already been to Japan
Or something.
because he makes that comment about. Hit him quickly.
I'm working it. Working it. Working it. Okay. See, I'm sitting there waiting for my stamina to bounce back up so I can actually do something about it. There we go. Oh, good. That makes this easier.
Can you use your guardian spirit? Is that what she's there?
Get move. Thank you.
You actually dodge better in this game than you do in some others.
Yes, I actually pay attention in this one to dodge.
Ooh. That is really.
Yeah, he hits hard.
It's weird to me that.
Crap.
Back off.
Yes. Okay, cool. Do that thing. Okay, I will say that right there was a very, even the way he cuts actually is very reminiscent of, that's definitely Japanese style. With a little bit of the European in there. I will say that now. You can tell because of the way the elbows come back out when he brings himself back up and he cuts back down across center. Granted, that doesn't translate between both, but
Well, and what's interesting to me
it's
is
also how deep he
this
went too.
is also, you know.
That's bad.
He took his guardian.
And I'm getting shot. Run! That's probably okay. Not a problem anymore. Feather, so pretty. Feather, keep me alive. Okay. Interesting. I'm wondering if he may have died and then the guardian spirit took pity on him or just liked him and so kept him alive. Hence why he's like, death's always chasing me. He's used to it by now.
Yeah, that's also a common thing in Eastern cultures.
Oh, sorry. Gotta skip. Don't want to get blocked. No banning. I can promise you, if you really want to know what happens out there, someone's got it. It's on the internet somewhere.
Just not from us.
Well, of course I'm gonna dual wield. I gots to.
But anyway, it was interesting that you've got this this Western alchemist with very, very Western alchemic ideals and patterns on his chest and head and all that kind of stuff. And then he turns around and he uses this item, and the things that he touched turned into a much more Eastern version of a demon than what is something that he would be able to envision. Like, he would have envisioned something more like a gargoyle, or the way that, big, meaty, grotesque looking, whereas
Ogre-ish, yeah. Both huge ogre.
Whereas what he created in that executioner was much more elegant. It was big and it was beefy, but it was much more elegant. It had some beauty to it.
I would also point out it was much hornier than the Eastern. than the Western tends to be. Anyway, we have a big important decision here. We have 3 different guardian spirits. We need to pick them.
Kato!
So,
Dude,
do we
Kato!
want to do the wolf, the fire spirit? Do we want to do the shark, the guardian spirit, on dual wielding?
Is that a dual wielding thing?
No, but shark, 3-sword style.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was like. That's kind of where I've been going with that.
Cute.
And then we have the hawk, the guardian spirit of the wind. I'm all for fire. Myself.
Kato, I just think Kato looks cooler.
Okay.
Like,
Kato it is.
I don't know what it'll actually help, but I think he just looks cooler.
He does. Well, it gives me extra strength. Makes me hit harder. The other one I think was spirit. And we'll look at it again. I know strength, spirit, and skill. Skill actually would be the better one for me, but I think I'll go ahead and go with the strength. Yeah. Because I'm going to level everything up. Anyway, just like stamina. Stamina in this game, from what I've seen, is very much your key, your how well you, how often you can attack. If you're a first user, no tutorials. No, it's annoying and long. Anyway, yeah, stamina definitely helps you attack more frequently, but as I tap my nose and you can't see it, there are ways around that so that you can continue to attack. They actually allow you to basically regain your stamina at the end of a combo by gathering up these little dust pellets that come off of you. It's kind of cool. And when you're playing, like I intend to here, like I do whenever I'm actually playing myself, real fast and intense, and you get in there and hit, you know, a lot of DPS as fast as possible. That's what I need, is the ability to just keep hitting you as hard as I can. And the axe entirely is for April 1600 Usuki. We're in the Usuki province.
Is this past or present?
1600s.
No.
Yeah, this is a continuation.
Started.
Yeah, this is a continuation. The cutscene actually explains the fact that cool. Thank you, little guy.
So are we still needing to find our guardian spirit and?
Yes, that's why we're here.
Okay.
To catch this man that has taken us. And yeah, you know, day 1 stuff. We got a lot of cool things, and I am totally going to use them because, hey, they're awesome. Okay. That in a minute. First, let's get our good gear on here. So, dual katanas for the win, now and forever. And then let's see here. Do we want to have what do you feel like we need as our secondary weapon here, Lady Hurricane? Do we need the kusarigama, the sickle chain? Do we need a giant axe? Well, it's just a secondary weapon that I have on because I'm going to be using the dual katanas. But these also give me little things that I can use in case I need to change up real quick.
Alright.
We also have a gigantic axe, which does a lot of damage, but it's really slow. And then we have the spear, range and all that. But if it hits anything other than the people, like it hits walls, it recoils really bad and leaves me open for long periods of time.
Alright, well then I wouldn't suggest that one.
But then we do have the Tai Chi, just basically the sword, the regular katana.
That's not Tai Chi. Katana's the Tai Chi sword is different.
Well, it's a real double. See that. So it's
it's okay.
We can go full 3-sword style here.
We can totally go full 3-sword style.
I'm actually going to be using it, but we can totally go full 3-sword style here. Okay,
And if anybody is watching this and they're like, I don't understand.
At us and not knowing what the heck we're talking about, these crazy people. We're talking about One Piece. Zoro.
Speaking of which, guess who is an ambassador for the Japanese Olympics that are coming in 4 years?
Luffy!
Luffy is an ambassador for that, and so is Goku.
So is Naruto, and then there's Goku. So I mean, it's a great day for anime fans all over the world, really.
Hey! Don't forget the Lady of Anime. Sailor Moon.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I saw the big three, those three gems.
No.
And I didn't get. I know there were more of them. I didn't actually take the time to look at all of them. But we're in the middle of armoring up here, madam. We're gonna look freaking balls awesome in our awesome red.
Well, he definitely needs a mask because then, other than his blue eyes, people won't notice that he's not from around here.
But I like this. This is Toshi. Okay, I'm sorry. I will probably butcher so many names.
What is it?
This is Tosei Gusuko's armor belonging to Sanada Yoshimura. Once hailed as the greatest warrior in all of Japan. They recreated this in the game. This is a historical.
Sanada Yoshimura.
Yeah, whatever. This is historical armor, and the fact that they recreated
it was actually fine. You're just trying too hard on the pronunciation.
I'm going to do a quick level up. So our foods. Can't do anything with that till later. So
I know this is the boring part for most people, but like knowing how to level up your character correctly is like really important in gameplay.
I'm not even saying that I'm doing it correctly. I'm just saying I'm doing it so that I don't die. And I did get to see quite a little bit further down some of the cooler things that you get. Like you actually have. I never used that. I don't think I'll ever use that. Yeah, roundhouse kick, roadhouse.
Oh, roadhouse.
Yes, cool.
And a roundhouse kick is an effective weapon for scaring off people. It's very rarely in an actual fight actually useful.
It can be. Every fight is situational. But anyway, they have lots of really cool spells. Artorius Plays. Really cool spells here and talismans that we can eventually unlock. Oh, and ninjutsu. We can learn ninjutsu and hand signs and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. I was like, that just makes this game so much more fun to me. Alright, now it's time to go on and investigate this little town here. We're gonna go low. Oh, that's the other thing. So one of the things that I learned when I actually went through the tutorial and spared everyone that, there are different styles that you can literally shift into really quick. There's my favorite, which is low, which allows me to basically keep attacking like a beast. Because it doesn't do a whole bunch of damage, but you do attack quickly. You attack low, you're hitting everything you possibly can. But you can switch through these really fast. So all I'd have to do is hold this one button and go low, mid, high, and look at the stances.
Oh, those are
beautiful. That's actually when you're dueling. That's the way you want to start with. This is if you're going low. This is actually a fairly common stance. You start down low, and that's where you're going to sweep back up. And then you got high, where you start up with everything high. These are different actual styles. Like they went into a lot of effort to learn these things and I guess practice them or something. It's like this is kind of cool.
Well, and this particular group does a really good job of really making things fit the way that they need to. The movements fit the way that they need to.
Okay, you're gonna be a pain. You're gonna have to die. Boom!
Kick him in the nuts.
He's a wrecker. He has no nuts. But you know what else he doesn't have? A body, because he's dead.
How did that guy not hear you fighting?
I didn't trigger him. There's some things, you know, video game mechanics just kind of happen.
So now you can hear the dead?
I'm assuming you're reading like a journal piece or something. That's kind of how I interpreted that, but yeah, I guess. You see spirits. Come on now. Lots of things.
I want to find out how that happens.
Me too. I'm very interested to find out his story. Sneaky, sneaky. Let's go high. Get to you! Let me go kill the other guy on the bed. Okay.
Wait,
Those noises will never go away.
I know. The yacht.
The yat sounds. Hello, who are you?
Oh, it's a guide.
It's
It's a shrine
Pokemon.
guide.
Yeah. That's so cool.
That's cute.
Look,
Steal
look at
all
you.
of it.
It's not stealing the dead, it's scavenging from the dead.
It's stealing
It's
from them.
totally acceptable here, okay? Okay. Because what I'm doing is I'm killing the bandits anyway.
So you're getting paid. You're getting paid for avenging their tortured souls.
Of course. I'm raiding the bandits for loot. Ah! And I think that is so cool. See, I earned a samurai skill point for my proficiency with the dual sword. The more you use the weapons, the better you get just like in friggin' real life. Thank you for that. I love that.
Well, isn't that the same way it is in most games, though?
To a point. To a point.
I do like that his swords are still bloody. Like, it's not like he cuts through something and he's got clean blades.
Lay on that punk. Apparently, my internet doesn't like that. It wants to crash the game when I do that.
Oh.
It's like, that's too cool, man. You gotta cut that out. That is too cool for school, dude. Too fast for you. Cut you into tiny little pieces. Which, by the way, I don't know, I didn't do it to him. I've actually watched this a couple times where he literally is cutting off limbs. And
That's
it shows
really
that.
cool.
It's like, that actually makes a point that it was like, this is definitely Ninja Gaiden Team Ninja. Friggin' A, man. Like there.
Ooh,
He got
his head,
decapitated.
look, his head is just lying there. Can you pick it up and like punch
No, I can't do anything with the
Aw.
dead head. I'm sorry.
it? That would be so cool. That would have made it so much cooler.
So vicious.
I'm not a violent person by nature, but I do like to watch violence.
She does like explosions and the actions.
I definitely have the more guy video collection than you do.
Just because I enjoy Studio Ghibli. Just saying. Fantastic.
Disney.
Hey, Disney is a combination collection between the two of us. Please, madam.
But you definitely have more.
No, I don't. I didn't have any until I started dating you. I know the front somebody was like, he was talking about the way to keep up the stamina. He hasn't done that at all. Total nerd. Yes, I know I haven't been using it because I... There we go, see? There we go. I used it. Are you happy?
You use
I was
what
being
now?
lazy. So whenever I do my combos, you'll know, if you watch here, I'll find somebody where I can, obliterate for you real quick. Yeah, I want to get through this. There'll be some blue dust that comes off of him. And if I hit the R1 button right after that, you actually get that back, which turns out to be your stamina. Oh! Easy, I'll try and do it for you again. Right there. The problem is that when I'm doing this so fast, I'm mashing the button, and that's also, if you're holding on to that, how you change styles. And I have found in my own personal playthrough that I've done so far that what I end up doing is mashing the button really quick, and then I end up changing, like I slam down on R1 while I'm hitting everything else, so I don't actually trigger the dust to come back so I can continue fighting. I actually end up changing stances, which makes me get all sorts of wonky. So I end up just not using.
So are you in a?
It looks like it's a coastal village
Well, yeah, but there are a lot of shrines, burial shrines. I think those look like burial shrines.
I mean, yeah. There's definitely some graves here.
Those are Buddha shrines. Which what?
I like how he just flips that. It's like, go down the ladder and no way, screw that. I'm gonna flip it. This is my kind of Scotsman. I wonder if there's a way to get killed.
Oh my gosh.
That would be hilarious.
Speaking of which, should we be getting you a kilt sometime soon?
Yay. You received Kodama Blessing has been unlocked. Yeah. So one of the cool features that I found with this, when you find these little guys, they give you blessings. It costs some gold to get them, but still. Like now I have an increased chance to get armor, and later on I'll get one for weapons, and I'll get one for Amrita, which is basically how I level up and stuff like that. It's like, this is kind of cool. I like that they make that a thing. You pick what your bonus is going to be. Awesome. Leveling up really quickly. I don't need any of that yet, but I do need more of this, so let's do that. Skill is important for a dual wielder.
Just a reminder to anybody who's watching that we are live. You can comment any questions, comments, concerns. Feel free. We'll respond. Well, I will respond. I don't know if Artorius will respond.
I'll do what I can.
He's busy. But if you have a question for Artorius, please feel free to ask it, and I'll transliterate.
So translogrify.
Transliterate both your question to him and his answer to you, because sometimes he can be.
That's a very good one. I like that.
Sometimes he can be weird.
What? Me? Weird? I resemble that comment.
Yeah, very much so.
I apologize if I come across as insensitive. It is not meant to be. It is meant for my amusement and your amusement, and I really, really do like this game, and I have a very big respect for the Japanese culture and the work that they do, honestly, so I do not mean to offend if I do. I apologize.
Okay, so what exactly is the goal of this particular area? To kill all
To explore. No, every time I go pray at the shrine, more of them. Like, they respawn, essentially.
Okay, but what's the point?
You're exploring it. You're trying to find out what happened here, I believe. Eventually, I will come across some bigger baddies that I will have to heals. Found him yet. Okay. Let's go low. Yeah! I love that. It's just so easy to switch that up.
You said multiple times you're not going to go to that big baddie?
Oh, I am.
It's not right now.
There's a way around it. See, what I did last time was I unlocked that and went down and went ahead and leveled up since I have... Oh, hi you.
Oh look, the better right. The zombie apocalypse, no!
As you see, I took them down.
See, swords are better than guns.
Swords don't run out of bullets.
No, they do not.
Why they are better. Hit you in the face. Hello. Hello.
So those are the village people.
Actually, I think they are. I think they're called denizens. People who've been turned. Hello, little man.
Aww.
I like the fact that they're wearing China cups. Whatever we want to call that. I don't know. Bloody grave. I died here. Okay. I'm happy for you.
Didn't have a name because I died here.
That was his name.
Oh.
Okay, fine. Fine, we're gonna do it this way. Crap. Crap! Oh, I saw that coming. Yep. As soon as I got stunned there. Well, thank you for bowing to me. I died. Oh well.
They killed Kenny.
Yeah, I never said I am an expert. I just say that I really do enjoy these games, and I did play Dark Souls 2. Or Dark Souls... Actually, I played Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. And so I realized this is one of those, I'm going to die a lot.
Okay, so what, other than you dying a lot, are the similarities between the two Dark Souls?
Honestly, it's the fact that it's completely unforgiving. If you make a mistake here, it will cost you. I will say I like this better, honestly, than Dark Souls because, well, you know, unforgiving as it may be, there are still plenty of ways to recover. And it does actually reward you to a degree, from what I've seen, for taking the risk. And mixing it up and changing it up. Whoa! That's not.
I'm sorry, are you being... You just got...
I got thrown up on. That
You got...
was
What is that? That's a death disease or oh.
got thrown up on. It was nasty. Okay, let's see if that takes smack points.
Nope. That's like a...
Ah! It's poison, I'm poisoned.
Yeah, but what's that one poison in D&D? The necro something?
Necrosis?
Necrosis, yeah.
Well, it inflicts necrosis, whatever.
Yeah.
Come on, there we go! There we go! That's what I wanted the first time.
Get him on the ground so you can coup de grace him to death?
Essentially, well, yes, it is coup de grace, but it's more you're fatiguing him. Like what happens to me, because you can see that second bar underneath his health there. The top one is his health. The second one is his stamina. And every time he attacks, which is one of the things I think is so freaking cool, they make a point that these guys can't attack forever. Yeah, take that, punk.
So he gets tired. His arms get heavy.
He gets
his
tired. He
breathing
can't
gets,
continue fighting.
Short.
He has to allow his body to recoup. Somebody drop the freaking bow. I'll come back over this way to kill you in a second, because I know there's another bow guy over here.
And fire.
As he's shooting flaming arrows. Because he's flaming! And now dead.
And his head just rolling.
What? Yay! Finally! Bow! Like the bow. Bow is good. Let's get the bow equipped because bow and ranged combat here is kind of cool. Alright, do the rest of that later. Now to kill you. You the guy's still there? I want to point out something. Okay, he's still way over there.
And you still can't get too down.
Oh, I could have taken the shot. But I want to show you something.
There's another death thing.
It's a revenant. Oh, sweet, I got a charm. How charming. This is how awesome I am. Boom!
Ha! Oh.
No more head! No more head!
Did you just shoot his head off?
Uh-huh, I made his head go boom.
Oh, jeez, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
In a weird, psychotic kind of way. But...
Uh-oh. Internet's being kind of crazy. Sorry, folks.
The world of
The technology here it
Yeah.
just hates me sometimes.
Well, I mean, it could be worse.
Okay. Well, we'll fight this guy and see how it goes. Let's go, though.
Maybe.
Oh, we're gonna fight. Yeah!
Clean.
Rock! Well, I do like the fact that it always says you've been freed from this mortal coil.
Yeah.
It's not you died. I'm like, that's nice.
That's nice.
I don't feel so bad about that.
That's a nice change.
Well, with the internet being what it is, I think we'll have to call it a night for this. Thank you all for watching. Please, if you like, please comment, leave a like, subscribe, share the news. Looking forward to doing some more Nioh! Good night, everyone!
Good night.